put like a little muscle emoji or whatever. I'll go be petty. But what I notice is even the people who are leaving like positive comments, I click on their page, they have nothing to do with investing anymore, right? They were all into it until the market started dropping, and then they got off of it, right? And these are people that I know, they were in the Well Squad, or they were, just posting on Instagram. I used to keep up with them or whatever. Now you go on their page, they have nothing to do with investing anymore. And why I think that's crazy is because if you would have started in 2020, then 2022, right? By 2022, you would have made a bunch of money, but then the market would have like started to collapse, right? So if you would have kept trading through that or kept investing through that, now that the cycle comes back around, like right now, you would be 5, 6, 7 times wealthier than you were in 2022, which is probably 2 or 3. In 2022, you're probably 2 times wealthier than you were in 2020. Right? So when you add it all up in this 4-year cycle, you're probably 10 times wealthier than you used to be. So if you had 100 grand, now you got $1 million at worst, but you have to survive those down cycles. You got to survive the downturns, right? And you got to stick to it. Everybody's an investor when the market is hot. Look right now, everybody is in. I told you about Bitcoin, nigga. Where was you when the market was collapsing, bro? Right? So I'm not saying that to give myself a pat on the back. I'm saying that to say that a lot of y'all who fell off, you don't realize you cost yourself your dream life, or you set the time back. Like you would have had your dream life already, but now you probably got to push it back 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? You would have been there already. You would have been there already. And then another thing too is like, I've been on this journey for a long time, right? I've been on this journey since I was 18 years old. I'm 33 years old. So I've seen the market go high, go low, go high, go low, go high, go low. So that's why I have supreme confidence to say I'm buying these assets at the bottom. And the whole world could tell me I'm wrong, but I know that, if you haven't done your research, it doesn't matter how many people oppose my opinion because I've done more research than you, right? There's like a quote that says like the opinion of 10,000 men don't matter if they don't master a subject. So a bunch of uninformed people giving me their opinion about what I'm doing with my money, like, nigga, if you knew what to do with your money, you would be rich. So check this out. When I went to go sell my rental properties, I went to the bank and they gave me like the cashier's check. And I gave them the cashier's check and they were depositing on my account. So then the lady at the bank is like, she's like, oh, what are you gonna do with the money? I'm like, I'm gonna buy some Bitcoin. It was like maybe $500,000. And I'm like, I'm gonna buy some Bitcoin. She's like, oh, you should work with our guy. He's one of the top investors, blah, 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 like that, right? And I'm like, nah, it's cool. I'm gonna buy some Bitcoin. She's like, are you sure? He's like one of the best in the region. And in my mind, I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, respectfully, you can't be that good if you're here. You know what I'm saying? Because what that is saying is that you manage other people's money, but you haven't managed your own money so well that you're free. You know what I'm saying? But think about it. That's how the whole system is set up. Like, nigga, you put money in a 401k, you put money in a TSP, you put money in your Roth IRA and some mutual fund, and there's some manager managing it. You know who the fuck that is. You don't know what the experience is, anything. You don't know, you don't even know if the nigga got 2 eyeballs. Right? So I was just saying that just to say, think about how quickly somebody would give over the right to their wealth and to some random dude. Like, nigga, you work at the bank, bro. Like, no disrespect to that, but you haven't bought your own freedom. You know what I'm saying? You have not bought your own freedom.
Bro.
Talk to us, Street.
He said you don't even know if he got 2 eyeballs. Okay, so for people who don't know who that is, that's Chris Johnson, former military guy. Somebody I look up to in the investment world. Filthy rich at this point. Self-made dude, and has been on Bitcoin as it went up, as it went back down to 16,000. He showed us, we watched him buy and buy and buy and buy. And now he's just talking to people and telling people that, no, listen, it's not too late. Like, don't think it's too late. It is just the beginning of something that's going to be worth a lot of money. Right. But I can't keep standing here telling you the same thing. Why we start with this, man? Because I think financial stuff need to be in the middle of all this entertainment shit we do, Hayes. And give me a minute, Hayes. I think financial stuff needs to be in the minute of all this entertainment shit we do, because we love to be entertained. We love to dance. We love to root for teams. We love our women love to shake their ass. We love to just do fun stuff. Where everybody around us are doing business stuff. Saying, hey, we got some more fun stuff over here. $15. Hey, we got some more fun stuff over here. $30. I never ever want to just be knowing the place that the people, whether they black, Spanish, people who are from where I'm from, you know what I'm saying, knowing the fight, the struggle that they have to be financially, you know what I'm saying, stay financially on top of water. I don't ever just want to be entertainment in this shit. Like, I don't. Because there's messages and there's things I've studied and worked really hard to find out that people need to hear. I asked Hayes to invest in Bitcoin 3 years ago, and I asked him again, and I asked him again, and I asked him again, and he finally did, and his money went down, and I had to hear him calling me talking about the street. Boy, I'm down 50%. And I was like, Hayes, you got to buy more. Yeah, he totally don't understand that. Hayes, you gotta buy more, bro. Like, this is the only time we can make money, Hayes, is when it's down. Straight them down, bro. I don't know. Shit don't feel good. Dog, listen. Shake it off. You gotta buy more. This is the only time you can make money. Now you up how much, Hayes?
32%.
Now is not the time to buy. It's not. All you can do is smile now. Be like, damn, street, we up there. That's a lesson he learned. It's going to go back down again, and next time he'll know. But that's the journey. that's the journey, dog. That's the journey.
So to your point, like I said, you rolled out. First of all, welcome everybody to Hayes Street, man. I'm Coach Hayes. That's my dog, D Streeter. This is a sports show, like he was saying, but we do talk about everything from ball to Bitcoin. You understand? That was actually what this show was going to be called before we went with Hayes Street. Am I right?
For Bitcoin and ball, yeah.
Yeah. And so to your point, right? And I think to the gentleman's point, Chris Johnson, right?
Right.
You know, it's funny he said that, and I understand what he's saying. And shout out to Juan Manuel right here. He said, the man has a good point. Financial literacy is important as nutrition and health. I totally agree. And I thought you just brought up a very good point about being entertained. What people don't realize, the entertainers are taking the money that you're giving them to be entertained and doing business with it, whether it's Bitcoin, real estate, other business ventures, whatever. They're making some form of investment to grow the money, right? And like you always say about the seed. I always remember you saying this about the seed. I think you told me Luke said that. Maybe I might be wrong, but anyway, about the seed, right? If you don't, if you don't eat off the fruit of the tree and you eat the seed, it will never grow. And so that's what we have a tendency to do. We eat the seed, which is our paycheck every week. We don't ever put the paycheck away and let it grow and eat off the fruit of the tree, if that makes sense, what we're saying. And there's 1,001 different ways to invest money. There's things that's risky, not as risky, more risky, less risky. I get it. And so when you look at Bitcoin, it is new and it is a lot to it. And sometimes you have to be forward thinking. I mean, I always think about Mark Cuban. I love watching Shark Tank. I love watching Shark Tank. And I thought about Mark Cuban having the foresight to understand the internet and understand how to bring sports to the people through the internet, and was like, this is going to be the future. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to be the future. And that's how he made all of his money. You know?
It feels right. Right. So this is why we're having this conversation. Like, because for the people who don't know where this is coming from, because I mean, a lot of y'all work, head down, you got kids, life is just lifing. You know what I'm saying? This is why we're having a conversation. This here is Bitcoin. This is a weekly chart. Every bar equals a week. So let's go to a monthly chart. Let's see.
A dog old Wolf of Wall Street around this thing. What you got going, Steve?
This is Bitcoin monthly chart. This is the entire life of Bitcoin right here. You're looking at. Hey, this is the entire life of Bitcoin. If I would have told you back here at 11,000 that this is how Bitcoin life would have looked, this is the entire life. It went up, it dipped, gave you a chance to buy again, it dipped, stayed down, and now it's at what we call an all-time high. It touched 93,000 today.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's going to touch 100,000 before this year is over. They thought that wasn't going to happen until 2025 sometime. This is the entire life of Bitcoin. This is where it came from in 2017. It was $3,500. It went up to about 70. That was the peak where we was like, oh my God. And then it went right back down to 15,000. And that's what people thought. That's what Rick Ross was saying. Where y'all crypto heads at? Yeah. Ha. Remember Rick Ross was talking? But I think Rick Ross was just trying to pull somebody in to help him. That's what I believe with crypto at the time where he knew it was time to buy. 15,000 in January 23, 90,000 in November of 24. You couldn't put your money, there ain't nothing you could have put your money in that did that. And the reason I started getting forceful with these conversations is because I need y'all to hear me, dog. Like, this is something you could do from your house. You ain't got to go sit down with a suit, sign up, or none of that. It's free for anybody to do it.
Let me ask you this, Street, and I don't know if you know this off the rip because I know we're talking numbers. Let's just say, go back there to that first peak, the highest peak on the first one. Go back
70,
further.
Further, one right here. Further. 64.
No, further back. The very right there, the highest peak right there. How much was it?
20,000 in January 18.
So, and I don't know if you know the calculator, but let's say if somebody put $1,000 in there at that time, how much would they have made to today's date? If they just put 1,000 in, put it away like they do. Remember how we used to do CDs back in the day? Remember those CDs and bonds and stuff? Imagine somebody just put 1,000. What would that look like today?
Hold on, let me do the math.
November 13th. And while he's chopping that up, I'll go ahead and say some things too. A lot of this too takes education, right? You got to educate yourself. And that's what my thing was. I'm very black and white, and I looked at it and I'm saying, Street, what is that? I'm trying to get an explanation and an understanding. And so he did a good job explaining stuff to me. I didn't get it the first time, right? It ain't like football for me. Football, I understand it. I don't need pencil and paper. I can see it in the air. Like, I can see football in the air. And for some people, they can see Bitcoin in the air and they can't see football in the air. So everybody has a thing, but you have to learn stuff a different way. I had to pick up the pen and paper. I had to go watch some videos. You sent me some videos. Then he talked to me some more about it, and so some people are like that. And here's what I'll say about it. You got to find through this world, we got to find ways to invest your money to do things to make it grow. You can't just plant the seed and hope something comes up, and that's just what it is. And right. And a lot of things that are new are unknown. And so therefore I get it. And I guess there's some risk to it. I guess you could tell me that, Street, if you can, but we do feel like on this show,
it's very volatile. I mean, it's the risk. It's very volatile. You watch your money go up and down.
Yeah.
So if you put $1,000 in, and you didn't add anything else, you would have $4,500 now.
Wow. So you made $3,500 off of that.
Yeah. Just not doing anything. Just sitting there. Yeah.
So if I put $1 million in, I would have 3.5 million.
That's exactly how it works. It's all percentages. Yep.
10 million, I would have 30.5.
Yeah. Just sitting there. Yeah. If you put $1,000 in there, you would put 10,000, you would have 45,000.
Gotcha. So with that being said, like I say, it's things I highly, I'm not a financial advisor, but I highly suggest you go out there. It's a lot of research. We literally have all the answers in our pocket. And while you're sitting there, like you say, go get entertained by that. I've been seeing a lot of things too, talking about learning. The same amount of time you spend thumbing through Instagram or whatever, spend a half of that learning something. And you'll be surprised what I do that myself now. I've actually picked up on trying to find something educational to do a little bit as well, instead of just social media thumbing through stuff and watch crazy videos like I don't see how videos in the long run. Shout out to Dave Simmons in the building. What's up with you, Dave? But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. We thought it was a great way to start the show off because it's an all-time high. And why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, and you forget. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, man, I want to kick myself about Bitcoin. I was in high school and a friend told me about it when it was $1 a coin. He told me to buy 210 years in 10 years sale. It was 10 years later, like 42K, I guess a P. I don't know what a P is. See,
that's a whole now that's a whole nother. Yeah, my mentor used to try to get me to buy it when it was nothing. $5, $100. And to me, it was like he was talking gibberish, the same way I sounded to you.
Mm-hmm.
It was worth nothing. They were still playing with it in Dungeons and Dragons or something.
Sonic.
He was trying to get me to buy it. That's a whole different thing right there. If you would have bought 3 of them at $500, now you would have $180,000. That's a whole different thing. Yeah, because if you were able to buy one, right? So some people saw it when it was $200. Some people saw it when it was $100. If you bought 5 for $100, today you would have 90 times 5.
Okay.
But you would have to understand, right? You would have had to go through all these peaks and valleys. And that's what people don't understand. You would have had to make it through all of these ups and downs, and you just would have to understand that, listen, this is going up. It's just very volatile. A lot of people couldn't make it through all these ups and downs because they didn't have the faith. It was scary. The government was going to stop it, and they didn't have enough knowledge.
So let me ask you this. That very first peak up there is $1,000, right? I mean, not 1,000, but we said if you put in 1,000. I'm just using 1,000 for math's sake because it's easy math. At no point, once it started to make that big rise, where's all that green going straight up? Right in there. After that point, right after that point, it never went below that very first peak, correct?
It came back right here in 2023. That's when I say Chris Johnson was like, oh, 16,000, boy, I'm buying more. I'm finna get me 10 Bitcoin. It came back to right here, right? So imagine, so it came back to 16,000, which is the peak, right? That's the support. See, what you're saying is significant. You just don't know it.
No, I get it.
It came right back to the peak, which is the support. That's what all the buyers and sellers are. And then it began to go back up. And the rest is just history. But everybody that's in it know it's long term. You have to know it's long term. And this is not even a long time. This is 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
You have a lot of financial programs out there that are 5-year commitments. Some of them are 10-year commitments. Just through financial things, different TSAs and so forth and so on. Hell, even real estate could be a long-term investment, right?
Right.
I mean, you look at homes out here that I'll just say this. I'll say it like this. I know someone that bought a home that was 5 figures. So that's in the tens of thousands. I won't say exact numbers, right? In the tens of thousands, and sold it in the 6-figure market, which is in the hundreds of thousands. But it happens over time. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything that you can put in and get back immediately. Those were scams come in, in my opinion.
I just want to say this. I know a lot of people don't understand this, right? And to get into something when you don't understand, like you said, Mark Cuban invested in the internet. He could see it, right? But for most people, dog, in order to get in something early, it has to be the moment where you can't see it. 10 years ago, I could see what YouTube was. I thought YouTube was television to me. I saw the commercials.
And they didn't have commercials then.
Yeah. No. When they started coming, I was like, oh, This is TV. That's how my mind worked. That's how I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have commercials at first, but then when they started coming, I realized that, holy shit, this is television. So it's going to work the same way as television. Instagram is Fox. Facebook is CBS. That's how my mind saw it. But you have to be able to trust your intuition to get into something early. And a lot of times we don't get into something until Elon Musk says Deuce coin. And now it's at its peak. So you get in it when it's high because the television is what informs everybody. And then you lose money. But all you really have to do is wait. Any Deuce coin today is at 40 cents again. I don't think it's at an all-time high, but it's headed there. Trump just hired Elon Musk to be the Deuce coin. He just hired him to be the Department of Government Efficiency. Deuce. DOGE is what they calling it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick, I want to ask you, you say it's volatile. Mm-hmm. And I think it's only fair. We talked about the positive, but what is the negative can you see in Bitcoin? Just asking, because I just want people, I think if we're talking this way, I think it's only responsible for us to say, okay, well, this could happen as well.
I see Travis Crown say the government is still going to stop it. You know, Travis, I thought that until they just created fucking EFTs, Travis, ETFs. Until they created ETFs, Travis, I thought that. That mean the government had to pass the ETFs, and big money is in on this now. It's not happening, dog.
What's
BlackRock.
ETFs? I don't know what that is. I know what NFTs are. I don't know ETFs.
That's where big money invests their money at. Like
okay.
ARK investment. Kathy, let me explain it to you. Kathy Woods creates these ETFs. Let me give you the correct meaning of it. Exchange traded funds, a basket of investments like stocks or bonds. They created ETFs to go with Bitcoin and ETF to go with Ethereum. So these big money people, these large corporations can get in on the crypto without having to go buy Bitcoin on their own. They let Kathy Woods invest their money. They let BlackRock invest their money. So corporate money is in on it now.
Mm-hmm.
So all that, the government gonna stop it. No, the government just had to pass these things. I saw that when it happened because we all thought Bitcoin was gonna skyrocket, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is your skyrocket right here. So it's volatile. It's volatile, Hayes, and it's unknown, right? It's not controlled by anybody. So that's the bad part of it. There's a guy, Satoshi Komoko, whatever his name is, he created this, and nobody knows who he is. Like nobody knows if he's alive. So the bad part of it is
the only thing I'm gonna say about Bitcoin that I heard, and I think it was Vice. You know Vice, they do the investigative stuff. They were talking about some African cats in a hut that had supercomputers with water running through them. They don't even have a real crib, but they got these 10, at that time, with like $20,000 computers with water was running through them. They were mining for Bitcoin. That's why I said that stuff blew my mind. But shout out to Shad. He said ETFs are basically mutual funds with lower fees.
Right. But those guys, ARK and BlackRock, those are the big money guys. Those are the guys who run the country. Like that's the people. You know what I'm saying? We talk about billions and billions. They run the stock market. They own the stock market.
Mm.
So once
there's no such thing as the Wolf of Wall Street, dude.
He was a good investor.
I got you. I'll just talk trash.
He was a good investor.
Yeah, I would say this real quick. Last question. Let's get into. I think this is a great question. Even though I think Joshua still shout out to a member being a little funny, but I think it's great. At this point, is it safe to say you've officially missed the Bitcoin wave?
That's what I'm saying. Josh. They came out and said Bitcoin was going to be worth $1 million 3 years ago, and nobody thought so, right? Here's the thing, though, for everybody that's watching, I don't think you've missed anything. You've just missed to buy it at a lower price. But I think it's gold. I think it's digital gold, and I think it's going to keep going up. So, no, you have not missed it. But I'm going to tell you this, Josh, big dog, Josh a villain. We had this conversation at the barbershop one day. If you keep sitting here saying, damn, I missed Apple, I missed Tesla, I missed Bitcoin, I missed Google, right?
Mm-hmm.
And don't jump on something, you're going to keep watching the train just go past. You just sitting there, hey, if you just keep saying you missed it, right?
Uh-huh.
You just sit your ass on the sideline and watch it go past.
You gonna be like this?
You gotta get it, dog.
Taxi, I love it, man. Listen, I love it, man. And shout out to LV. Say I made $56 off my Bitcoin. Yeah,
what's the percentage? What's the percentage, LV? That's all we care about up here.
Yeah.
You said my mama put $100 in. She made $400. I was so happy for her. She was like, "It's only $300. I can't do that." I said, "Mom, that's 300%. Mom, you crazy?" She didn't see it, dog. I just walked out the house sad, dog. I was like, "It's over. Ain't no hope." Let's go to the casino, motherfucker.
Say, Mom, name me something in this house you bought for $100 that's worth $400 today. That would have been a great example. Name me something in here that you bought for $100 that's worth $400 today.
In your life. Name me something in your life you bought for $100.
Yeah. I get it, man. I get it.
You're right. But you know how mamas is, hey, man. I was just like, let's go to the casino. Fuck it. Family Feud. Here we go.
Give them your $100 and then they're gonna go invest it and make $400. Anyway, man, let's get this thing rocking, man. Appreciate you, 231, man. We already been on here 30 minutes. We got the Kane Show, of course, coming on tonight. Street and the boys gonna be in the what is it, man? Twitter space, rocking and rolling, man. X and the boys. So y'all make sure y'all check it out. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Let's go ahead and jump straight into this. I was gonna talk about Kirby first, but I'm gonna wait just a little bit. I want to talk about FSU for a minute, firing some coaches, and I think this kind of jacked up. Florida State, Mike Norvell, he's the head coach. I don't know if he was, I guess he orchestrated it. But Mike Norvell fires 3 coaches, right? And the 3 coaches he fired is Adam Fuller, who is the defensive coordinator, Alex Atkins, who is, I would say on paper, the offensive coordinator, but of course Mike Norvell is the play caller, and the wide receiver coach, Ron Dugan.
How Dugan's got put in the middle of that? Where that came from? Because the receivers playing so bad.
I don't know how Ron Dugan's got shot off because he was off Willie Taggart's tree, I guess. Yeah. But here's my question. The 2 that really got me, I think all of them are going to be fired at the end of the season. But the 2 that got me the most, and it's always, how did Ron Dugan, right? He's not even a coordinator. But how Alex Atkins, you talk about a dude that laid on the shield, right? Laid on the shield for this man, right? Remember, Alan Atkins was the one, he was the coach that got caught up with the, what you call it? I don't want to call it the recruiting scandal in essence, right? So he got caught up with the recruiting scandal, and he had that 3-game suspension when they played Georgia Tech, so forth, had to sit out those 3 games as the offensive coordinator, O-line coach. So he takes the 3-game suspension and he gets fired. You're the O-line coach and the offensive coordinator on paper, and you get one of the first arrows to the heart, if you understand what I'm saying. Talk to me, man. What you think about that? Yeah, talk to me right quick. I want to hear your thoughts on this.
Who calls the plays?
Mike Norvell. That's what's hilarious. 2 offensive guys get the axe, right? 2 offensive guys get the axe, and the head coach is the man. Now, I don't expect him to fire himself, so I totally get that. But wowzers, man.
Mike Norvell calls the play. We know this for sure.
Yeah. He said, I think Atkins. He said, I think Atkins, right? Shaz, I think Atkins calls the play. But I don't know. But anyway, go ahead. I have to go back and look at it, but go ahead.
Yeah, because we know Mike Norvell is offensive, right? Like, it was kind of like when Manny fired Banda, and we know Banda, it was Banda, right? Wasn't it Banda? Banda was running his defense.
Right.
And Manny fired him. But how does this happen, Hayes? Does it come from the higher ups? Does it come from the people that give you the money? Like, hey, listen, man, we gotta do something different. We ain't getting no money. We're not investing any more money into this coaching staff.
Yeah, of course it does, right? You gotta start, as they say, cutting bait when you're in this bad of shape. I just look at the Alan Atkins fire, in my opinion, is a little funny because he think about this. He stood on that hill and he took the suspension, right? And you can't tell me Mike Norvell don't know about it. Head coaches know everything. And we're going to talk about a head coach that even sees everything about his team. They know everything that's going on because there's so many mouthpieces around that's going to say, hey, Street, did you know that? Hey, Coach Street, did you know such and such and such and such? Yeah. It might be. So he has to go. Adam Fuller, he gets the axe, and their defense ain't that bad.
No, their defense wasn't that bad.
Bro, okay, because I look at them right here, right? So if you look at FSU and you look at their schedule, bro, just look at them defensively. They're averaging 16 points a game against us. Think about this. You played Georgia Tech and kept them to 24 points. Boston College, 28 points. Memphis, 20 points. Cal, 9 points. SMU blew their doors off. Clemson, 29 points. Duke, 23 points. Miami, we put up 36. North Carolina put up 35, and then Notre Dame beat them 52-3. But at this point, you've lost the team. The team is gone.
No, this is how backwards this is. That defense looked decent versus Miami, but because the offense can't do anything, the defense eventually, Randy, the defensive coordinator now, the defense eventually breaks down. Mike Norvell's offense can't do a damn thing, which affects the defense. And now he's firing the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. They say the offensive coordinator is just the name. Mike Norvell calls the play. Do you know how diabolical that is, bro?
Hey, throw Ron Dugan in there too while you at it. Put a little seasoning on it. Put a little seasoning on this firing.
Do you know how diabolical that is?
No, I tell people that it's coaching is worse than the dope game. The only difference is nobody trying to kill you, if you understand what I'm saying. That's the only difference. But it ain't no loyalty in this thing. That's why I used to always say, when I used to hear the word family, I'm out. I'm out. Because at the end of the day, now I have to say this, there are a few coaches, and we had one at our school at Miami that refused to fire the family. But for the most part, think about what I'm about to tell you. Mike Norvell just proved to you that his family means more than your family. You take the L. My paycheck, I'm not going to stand on this hill and say, listen, this is the same staff I had when we went 13-0, and you thought we partied that hard we forgot how to coach? Because we were 13-0 and we happened to lose our quarterback, so they put us out? No, these are the same guys. And in less than a year, literally in less than a year's time, these guys ain't good anymore. Hey, Street. Hey, bro, you know I love you, man, but you got to go, dog. That's some dirt work, bro. That's, as they say, nasty work. Now, mind you, these coaches are kept whole. Is actually Alex Atkins might be a little bit excited because now he get to go home and chill, and he still get his paycheck. So he don't have to be up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, flying all across the country, getting your head knocked off. He could chill with his family and so forth and so on.
There's not a black eye against him.
Nah, coaches get fired, man. Like they see it the same way I see it. You know, now it's a black eye to the fan base because guess what? Wherever he goes next, they're gonna be like, "Oh God, we got Alex Atkins. He got fired at Florida State. They were 1-9. Who wants him?" So in that essence, yeah, it's a that kind of thing.
So
but,
I'm looking at his track record. He was assistant head coach at Tulane for 2 years. Charlotte, he was the OC offensive line coach.
Mm-hmm.
He got promoted at Florida State in 2022 he was the OC and offensive line coach.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't have a lot of OC experience. Like it's almost like he was grooming him, like giving him extra money.
You took the word out of my mouth. I think he's a smart guy. I think Mike Norvell saw a future in him. And you see a lot of head coaches that are technically play callers or coaches. They take a guy like that under their wing, right, for that purpose. Because two reasons. One, you very rarely bring in another proven a bona fide OC because now it becomes a battle of this unless you're really strong in your skin. Two, right, what happens is you can groom them to what you want. So at the times when you're not there or whatever, he's speaking your language. Does that make sense? He's got the same play. He's following your lead. That's what Nick Saban used to do. I always tell people that was the formula. No one can really name a top flight defensive coordinator from Alabama during Nick Saban's tenure. Pete Golden, nobody remembers that guy. Nobody remembers these coordinators. Jeremy Pruitt, I don't think he was DC there. But then when you look on the offensive side, what did he do? He brought in Lane Kiffin, Mike Loxley, Steve Sarkisian, Bill O'Brien. These were bona fide offensive coordinators. So they were kind of like the head coach of offense. He was the head coach of defense. If you think Pete Golden coming from UTSA, that's where Nick Saban got Pete Golden from. The University of Texas San Antonio. Do you think that guy that gets a chance to go to the juggernaut Alabama is going to be like, hey, yo, Nick Saban, I don't like that zone blitz. That ain't going to work. No. A young Kirby Smart. There you go. A young Kirby Smart. So that's kind of what you see in that formula. So I just want to bring that up because Florida State is trash. I get it. Shout out to my dog G Money in the building. Much love to him. But hey, dog, it is what it is.
What you say? They trash, dog? Yeah,
they trash. They trash. The whole program need a nickel worth of high test and a match and let that thing ride. But I just want to say this is a dirty game and this is firing season. You're going to start seeing guys trying to say their job and get fired and all the other good stuff. And so that's how I look at it in that sense, man. So that's how I look at it. You want to get into your boy right now?
That's dirty, though, dog.
That's dirty.
That's dirty. Before we get out here, so what's the premises of it? So you can get a fan base something to cling to the next year? You're not just coming in with the same stale staff?
No, you have to show that you're making change. You have to show, just think about any other company. It's no different. That's why I say it, although it's a sport and the boardroom is on TV every Saturday, it's no different than a company. It's not televised that they fire the guy in processing chips or whatever. You know what I mean? Because when you're dealing with cell phone, because he making bad deals, whatever the case may be. I know I'm talking a little sideways, but it's the same concept, right? It's the same thing. You'll do the same thing in your business, right? Imagine you have an editor right now or a person that's supposed to do these things and the edits are not looking good. They're not getting the SEO that you want. They're not getting the returns. He got to go.
Right.
You're not going to let it fall because he cool. You're not going to let Footballville fall. No, the thumbnails ain't looking right. He got to go.
Right.
Same thing.
I got you.
Yeah, it's a dirty game. Yeah, shout out to Kevin Steele too. Yeah, I mean, I think Kevin Steele was there his first year as the head coach. As the head coach there. So yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, and it makes people feel good, right? Think about it. Let's talk about Miami right quick. Who does everybody want fired?
This year, last year?
This year.
The DC.
Who did they want fired last year?
The OC.
Almost spilled my cane juice. It's about to be a bad show. Who they want fired the year before that?
The year before that, the OC.
And they're actually they were talking about Mario. He's 5-7. Man, God damn, man. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. But guess what? Ain't nobody talking about firing Shannon Dawson this year.
Nope.
Last
Shannon
year,
Dawson.
hold on. Last year, did anybody talk about firing Lance Guidry?
No, they love Lance Guidry last year.
And again, so he can't coach this year? He forgot how to coach? Last year, you had two dudes back there that we kind of took for granted, named Cam Kitchen and James Williams, believe it or not. And y'all talked about my dog, Corey Flagg. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Man, you can't listen to these fans, man.
Hey, Street, I got a real quick question.
Don't fire Lance Guidry. Come on, bro.
Street, you listening? I got a quick question. You listening? I'm looking at you, dog. I need you to look me in the face, dog. Look me in the face when I'm. You ready?
No Diddy.
Why?
No Diddy.
No. We ain't looking at each other eye. We looking at each other. It's the difference. Why does Corey Flagg wear number 11?
Why does Corey Flagg wear number 11?
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
I don't know.
Because he number 1 twice, baby. That's why he wears number 11. These are the things I'm talking about, man. You're going to miss me a little when I'm gone.
He in Missouri balling now.
You're going to miss me a little when I'm gone. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, man, let's get into this thing, man. Kirby Smart calls a player an idiot. Talk to us, man. What's your
thoughts
saying
about Corey Flagg? What you saying about Corey Flagg? I missed that.
That's my dog. I think Corey Flagg, Zach McLeod were players that people just didn't like because they weren't flashy. They didn't do things wrong. They didn't look the part. No, they weren't the Ray Lewis. They weren't those type of things. But they were players. They were system guys. They weren't in the community acting up. They didn't cause crazy penalties. You understand what I'm saying? They weren't hotheads. None of that stuff. But it's amazing. Zach McLeod would lead a team in tackles. It's amazing. Corey Flagg would lead the team in tackles. Somebody just said up here, Corey Flagg, just saw it. Hold up. Dang, I just saw this. Come on.
He lead Missouri in tackles too.
They see what I'm saying? So, again, I know he wasn't flashy. Wasn't Corey Flagg the one that helped us beat Clemson with the tackle on the side? Yeah. I got you. And sometimes you got to have that veteran guy. He may not have the fastest wheels. Corey Flagg was, in my opinion, I know y'all gonna knock my head off. I got to be careful when I say this.
He is what this fucking defense need. That's the crazy part. He's exactly what they need.
Put everybody in place.
He's exactly what they need. Yep.
And now think about this. Imagine him, how he and Kiko played together. Think about what I'm just telling you. Everybody like, oh, why is Kiko bad all of a sudden? He's not. They're playing in tandem.
I didn't think about that.
There are players that you have sometime on the field that may not be athletically as gifted as other players, but what they do have is this right here. They can put people in place. They can make sure the defense is checked. They can see the game, right? Like I can see the game. I don't need a board, right? But he's not as athletically as gifted,
right?
And that's what it was. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just how I look at it. That's how I look at it. But here's what I'm gonna say. Y'all don't kill me in this. Y'all easy, y'all. Oh God, I'm finna get killed. Y'all just listen to me. And I'm talking about from an athletic standpoint. Corey Flagg was equivalent to our Xavier Restrepo on defense.
He was equivalent to Restrepo. That's what it sounded like when I talked to.
Hello? Is this thing on? Is this thing on?
You think he made as many plays?
No, hear what I'm saying. I'm not talking about, Restrepo made plays, right? Think about what I'm about to tell y'all. Corey Flagg, when I say the equivalent, maybe that's even the wrong word. but I'm talking about the person with least talent but made an impact. You didn't always see it. Last year, Restrepo had quiet good games. You didn't even realize he put up 150 yards receiving. Right or wrong?
Right.
Restrepo didn't take it for 80 down the sideline. Corey Flagg put this defense in position to be successful. He would get the D-line set and straight. Those are the intangible things that y'all don't, there's no stat for. Xavier Restrepo catching that 4-yard pass because he's at 4.5 makes a difference in the game of keeping the chains moving. Those are the kind of things I was talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Stop taking stuff at the surface level and get deep. Think deep with old coach. Think deep. Thank you, Fred. The football IQ off the charts.
I think he asked for. I think he wanted more money. I think he left on his own though.
Hey, hold up, man. Did this man just hit? Hold up. This man just hit me with the.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
My bad, y'all. Pilo, I'm sorry, dog. Come on, dog. My boosty voice. Said, Coach, you reaching. See, I already said, y'all don't kill me. Don't kill me with this. Come on, y'all. Just let Coach live for a little bit, man.
This defense could use Corey Flagg.
He wasn't productive. Again, y'all missing the point. I wasn't speaking of production. I'm speaking of the intangibles. That's why I knew y'all was going to miss the point. The intangibles. That's what I'm talking about. The intangibles.
When I sat down with Popo explained Corey Flagg to me like he was he said Corey Flagg sat in on everybody's meetings. Defensive line, linebackers, safeties. He said Corey Flagg knew what everybody was supposed to be doing. He was explaining it like he didn't understand how this man was so dialed in to information. He said Corey Flagg would tell them, listen, I'm not as big and as fast as y'all, Popo, but y'all are not going to outsmart me. And that was his thing.
Ray Lewis, he said he wasn't the biggest, fastest, or strongest. Ed Reed wasn't the biggest, fastest, and strongest. They're mental. I'm just talking about guys who played, and I'm talking about, think about it. You got a guy right now that can set the defense. That's huge. We're literally, you go check the good, bad, and ugly. We are standing out there. It is 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1. G-Tech is in a huddle. They come out, jump on the ball. We still like this, huh? You want me to do what? Check. First down.
Right.
So that's all I'm saying. All right, man, let's get into the man of the hour, bro. Kirby Smart is hot in the news right now, calling Jake Pope a transfer from Alabama, which I actually did his WRE when he was coming out of high school. And I messed the whole film up because I called him Jack Pope. And so I told him in the comment section, man, I apologize. I jacked that one up. You like, cool, coach, no problem. But anyway, he's in the news right now because after the loss to Ole Miss, he was caught on video dancing with Ole Miss players and fans. What's your thoughts on that before we play this video?
I would love to know the backstory. Why? Because I saw it. But why? Why was he doing that?
Kirby Smart came out and said he was doing it because he was with a former teammate from high school who was on that team, and he was excited. That's what he said.
What?
That's Kirby Smart's. That's his line. He's sticking to it, I guess. I don't know. That was what he came out in his apology. So,
and Kirby Smart didn't hold back, did he?
He didn't, and we got it right here. So we let y'all hear it. Y'all check this out. Let me know we got it good. Let's rock with it. Let's see. All right, here we go.
Kirby, there's a video on social media of Jake Pope seemingly celebrating with some Ole Miss fans on the field after the game. Just wanted to see if you had seen that and what your reaction to it was.
Yeah, what an idiot. I mean, what a I didn't see it till today, but he's embarrassed about it. He's upset about it. That's obviously a childhood friend of his. He grew up and played with there at Buford and knows him, hadn't seen him in forever, but just not real smart. But to be honest with you, I don't have time to waste energy on that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like my focus is on Tennessee. I'm not worried about that.
Kirby, there's a video on social media of Jake Pope seemingly celebrating with some Ole Miss fans on the field after the game. Just wanted to see if you had seen that.
Now, I will say this, maybe to his defense, it's only those two people. It's not like he's in there with a bunch of fans. It looks like he's jumping up and down with just, I guess, the guy and this lady. I don't know who they are. But anyway.
What your reaction to it was.
Yeah, what an idiot. I mean, just stupid. I didn't see it till today, but he's embarrassed about it. He's upset about it. That's obviously a childhood friend of his. He grew up and played with there at Buford and knows him, hadn't seen him in forever, but just not real smart. But to be honest with you, I don't have time to waste energy on that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like my focus is on Tennessee. I'm not worried about that.
Talk to us, Street.
In the comment section, Jake Paul is your son. You're watching ESPN.
Jake
you hear
Pope.
Kirby Smart. Jake Pope is your son. You watching ESPN and you hear Kirby Smart call your son an idiot. What's your next move?
Can I be honest? Can I act like I'm? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Let me speak to Kirby Smart, please. Yeah. This is the daddy of Jake Pope. Mm-hmm. I'm about to lay hands. Mm-hmm. So, hey, how you doing, man? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw your press conference. And, my son was over there jumping around. And you called him an idiot. Coach, my only problem, I got it. Why you ain't slapped the hell out of him, too? I mean, here's my problem, Coach. You told me when you came to my house that you're going to treat him like a son. If you're going to treat him like a son, I want you to treat him just like I'm going to treat him. I'm going to dog him out. We just lost a big game, probably lost opportunity to get in the playoff, and you around here jumping around. I'm disappointed in you, Coach. You came to my living room and lied to me. You said, I'm going to treat him like a son. I'm going to make him a man, and you're treating him like a boy. You know what? We out of here. We transferring. We going to Vanderbilt. Talk to me. Talk to me, Street.
Okay. I think you Jake Pope doesn't play. It's lateness and he doesn't play. I don't think he has any real stats. He sees a longtime high school friend at the end of a game that they're not letting him be a part of, right?
Mm-hmm.
How hurt is he at the end of these games at this point?
Oh, these players don't be hurt, bro. These players, I'm telling you, like, they can compartmentalize stuff. Like, I've seen players that as coaches, they back there playing. They're not in the game. They some 10th grader or 11th grader, like you say, that don't play. They back there playing footsies. We getting whooped. They over there talking to the water girl, or they doing this because they're not involved in the game. They're not engaged because they're not a part of it. So, to your point, Street, I think it was a moment of celebration. And it wasn't like he was running through hugging different fans. It was isolated to just that guy and that lady. And so
the kid played for Ole Miss.
He just said it was some old teammate that he had not seen. So maybe that person came to the game or something. I don't know. I don't know the other. It didn't look like he had a uniform on. So it may have just been family, friends, or I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, see, this is what was shocking to me. What was shocking to me is how he went out his way to call him an idiot in front of God and everybody. That was shocking to me, though. It was. What an idiot. Now, I see if it was Carson Beck or one of his guys that play. You know what I'm saying? But but for a guy that doesn't really play, it was kind of shocking to me that he went in on him like that.
You saying that because of the press conference or just in general?
The press conference.
Okay.
You
That's
say
fair.
it all the time. You say it all the time. Coaches protect players.
That's fair.
At what point do you call one an idiot, Hayes? in the public. You don't bust his ass in the locker room in the public. At what point do you call one an idiot?
No, you don't. You don't. You don't.
Oh, okay. Shit, I thought I was missing something.
No, you don't. You don't. No, but to your point, you don't. You don't do that because, like I said, it came off, and here's the funny thing about it. Kirby Smart saw it later. It wasn't like it was right after the game. This was a day, the next day. So you had a chance to know that these people are going to probably ask you about this. Because if somebody showed it to you, the vultures out there called the media are looking for anything to bring up. So it's not like it was one of those things like the Manny question where you caught him off guard, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a chance to prepare. And so,
See, some people saying, what does his teammates feel about it? See, I think it's two different realities, right? What somebody catches on camera and then they shape a narrative, right? Oh, look at Jake Pope celebrating after a loss, right? And then in the locker room, those kids questioning, is he bothered that they lost? I think those are two different things. The narrative that's created off a video clip, you know what I'm saying, doesn't tell a story. But I don't think in that locker room those kids question if it bothers him that they may not be going to the playoffs. I think those are two different things.
Right. He said in the same breath, yeah, he's seen an old friend. So that's what I'm saying. He already had backstory of why he was jumping around. He already had the backstory. It's not like, right after the game you lost, you're still sweating and you're trying to figure out, dang, what's next? And the dude be like, hey, as a player, and you don't kind of know what's going on. Or, the assistant like, hey, coach, you might want to look at this before you go in there. What the hell is this? All right. Taking questions. What we got? Oh, that guy's an idiot, bro. I get that. So here you got a day to think about it.
That was kind of that. It felt out of place to me. It was like, whoa, you don't really, damn, Kirby, you that high up on the mountaintop? You think you start calling people kids idiots? In the press conference? I don't know if you're that high up. I don't know if you're that high up, Kirby. I don't know.
Well, here's what we do have.
I was walking to the car one night.
Because we in the cancel culture. So of course. See, here's the funny thing. Bobby Knight, if we all don't know who that is, he's known for choking people out, throwing chairs, kicking basketballs across the arena. Ain't never apologized.
That boy was a tyrant, boy.
Bro, the worst you could do is call this kid an idiot. And the next day, guess what you hear?
Yeah, I don't like to comment on the internal stuff going on inside. He did talk to the team, did a great job. I'll say I should not have called the kid an idiot. That was a mistake by me. Okay. I appreciate it. He's a great kid. He works really hard. He's a team player. I think he knows it was a emotional mistake, and he told the team that. So I appreciate the way he handled it.
Now, here's my only problem.
Somebody caught Kirby getting out his Escalade 4 o'clock, walking into the facility and put that thing in his head. Hey, boy. Call my son an idiot again. Hey, boy. They caught his ass walking in the facility one morning. Hey, Kirby. Scheme with a ski mask on.
Hey, Tally, he said, you definitely can't have a Bobby Knight nowadays. No. But I want to play this one more time.
Somebody idiot probably was like, that probably was the least of fucking what Bobby Knight was, man.
They probably thought that was his name. Remember Bill Cosby? Hey, idiot, get over here. Yes, coach. On my way. Let me ask you this. I'm going to play this one more time, and you tell me what's missing from this.
Yeah, I don't like to comment on the internal stuff going on inside. He did talk to the team, did a great job. I'll say I should not have called the kid an idiot. That was a mistake by me, but I appreciate Jake. He is a great kid. He works really hard. He's a team player. I think he knows it was a emotional mistake, and he told the team that. So I appreciate the way he handled it.
He never apologized.
Never apologized, bro. He never apologized.
No, he just said what he shouldn't have did.
He said, I shouldn't have done that. And he says, I think he knows it was an emotional mistake, meaning I made an emotional mistake. And he told the team that. But again, we're in this culture, and I guess I'm going to be a little snowflake-ish about this. Well, it's not an apology. You're just saying what you shouldn't have done. I don't mean you're sorry for what you said. You just shouldn't have done it. I tell you all the time, don't just because you can don't mean you should. Don't mean you apologize for it.
But you can't cancel Kirby.
No, we're just talking about cancel culture, but I'm just simply saying that
he called him an idiot, Hayes.
I know he didn't apologize.
You think he gives a fuck about apologizing? He called him an idiot. He thought he was that high up on his horse that he could call somebody child an idiot. You think that dude think he should be apologizing to somebody?
Well, here's my problem, Street. No, I don't think so. But here's my problem. When people make mistakes, the status quo apology structure is usually, I apologize for doing X, Y, and Z. And here's the next thing they apologize for. What's the next thing people apologize for as they do that?
What?
I also want to apologize to anybody that I may have hurt in the idiot community, because there's some idiots in this world. And that's what else is missing, that he didn't apologize to the idiot community, because there are some idiots in this world, and we're going to see a few in the I don't see how moment. I promise you, in the I don't see how segment. And that right there is my biggest problem with Kirby Smart. Not only that he didn't apologize to the young man directly for his actions that could have hurt him, but he didn't apologize to the idiot community, right? Because usually when you hear people say something, listen, I apologize for what I said, and I also want to apologize to said community. I didn't mean any harm by it. My words were insensitive, X, Y, and Z. Somebody need to apologize to the idiot community. And I'm done. Luke for the $4.99. Speaking of Bobby Knight, how did he get Charlie Miller to go to Indiana from South Miami?
Luke,
I don't know.
I used to know the story, Luke, but I grew up playing with Charlie. It made no sense, Luke. But basketball wasn't big here then. The same way Huey Futch ended up at Temple. We don't know why Charlie Miller went to go play for Bobby Knight. I used to know the story, dog, but it made no sense to us then. He used to play AAU with us, dog, and it still doesn't make sense.
I don't know, man. Free Rawhide in the building. What my dog at? He behind the YouTube boss? I hope they ain't get him, man. Free Rawhide, man. Oh, Lord. Free Rawhide. What does it say? Idiot community tells Kirby, you one of us. I'm just simply saying, man. I'm just simply saying. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. In the locker room, those coaches call those kids everything.
But the child of God.
Yeah. But this just spilled out into the media press conference. You know what I'm saying? But now in that locker room, he done called your child anything you could think of. Dickwad, speak bank, well, like anything you could think of, dog. Anything you could think of. It just doesn't spill out to the media, bro.
I hear you, dog. Like I said, now if people don't believe, I'm not saying that Jake Pope is an idiot, but if people don't believe that there are idiots in this world, then, boy, you definitely have not been on the internet. That's all I'm gonna say. I can tell you that much. And I'm about to go straight into the I don't see how moment right now, if you don't mind. Would we like to go into the I don't see how moment?
Let's go. You got one?
All right. I got a great one. Speaking of I don't see hows, let me go ahead and put this up here, man. We got the Kane Show coming up here next. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. I don't see how is brought to you by Coach Hayes Football, the whole entire channel. Damn it, just subscribe. That's all I need you to do. Subscribe tonight. Hit the bell. I don't see how we are super grown and these things happen, but yet you have demands You have demands from the men. Listen to this, street. Very simple.
6.
8 times 6.
Yes, ma'am. 8 times 6, Miss Liz. Huh? Huh?
8 times 6,
92.
92.
I'm lit.
Liz.
Nah, don't you got an excuse.
Liz. 3 times 7.
21.
21. That's great.
21?
7 times 3. Okay. We can't do it. 8 times 5. 8 times 5, honey. 8 times 5? Huh? I want you to know this so bad. Oh, 8 times 5, sweetheart.
40.
40. There we go. 8 times 6.
Street.
What's going on?
Women. These are grown women. Single digit multiplication. A second grade application, dog. Second grade. I know a shorty with a diaper on YouTube right now that's doing 4-digit multiplication. And these are grown women talking about they got to stand. They need a man that can make 6 figures. Baby, you can't add 2 figures or multiply 2 figures.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. She wasn't even close, though.
8 times 6, that baby said 92. All I'm telling you is you better check on your kids. That's all I can tell you. And the second thing I'm going to say to you, we can call it what we want, but there's an idiot community out here. I just call it what it is. And we got more idiots coming later because we got some more. I don't see how. But I'm just simply saying that it's amazing. We're talking single digit multiplication. Single digit, dog.
Man.
Shout out to Reggie. They all looking for their phones so they can use the calculator.
No,
This video is sexist and misogynistic. No, this video is reality. That's what this video is.
are they short shorts and they long hair really getting them by in life to where they not, there's no zero substance there? They could just hide behind that?
Like I thought that dude's questions were brilliant because you can't lie to me about these. Hey, baby, what do you like to do? What's your ambition? You could tell me whatever you want. But that right there was hard, cold facts. Though that's a brilliant way to look at. Bro, can I go back right quick? Can the church say, can I show you something?
Put it up there again.
No, look at her face. Look at her face right there trying to figure out these single digit multiplication.
Play it.
8 times 6.
Yes, ma'am. 8 times 6, Miss Liz. Huh? Huh?
8 times 6,
92.
92?
I'm lit.
Liz.
Nah, don't you got an excuse.
Liz. 3 times 7.
21.
21. That's great.
21?
Watch this, baby. This is terrible. It's the it.
7 times 3. Okay. We can't do it.
Stuck, dog.
He just gave her answer. The girl gave the answer to the last one. He said 3 times 7. She said 21. And then the next one, he said 7 times 3.
She like, hey,
and she couldn't answer it.
Syntax error 404, brain overload.
Keep playing it.
8 times 5. 8 times 5, honey. 8 times 5? Huh? I want you to know this so bad. No, not 8 times. 8 times 5, sweetheart. 40. There we go. 8 times 6.
Shout out to T. Wilkes. He said, now this is a prime example why black people in a predicament find ourselves in today. Listen, I hear you, T. Wilkes, but there's more than black people up here. It's a white girl up here.
There's a Spanish girl.
It's Spanish girl, foreign girl. I hear what you're saying, T. Wilkes. Shout out to you. You're a member. But on this particular video, bruh, that look like the globe. And these are not trick questions. Like, you know how the man be like, hey, if 5 birds were on the wire and 3 fell off, it's not a riddle. This was straight up everyday stuff.
Do they not have to use do they not have to do the math anymore?
Bro, they couldn't even cut up a pizza in the house. If it was 6 of us, think about what I'm about to tell you. They wouldn't even know how to cut this up. Like, they wouldn't even know how to cut a pizza to give enough people, even slices. If everybody get 2 slices. If 7 of us in the room, everybody get 2 slices. They couldn't say, oh, damn. Oh.
Do they not have to do the math anymore?
They don't. The computers do it all. Everything is calculated. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What I'm really doing is I'm not here to really embarrass them.
My thing is, did he know? Did he know that it was a chance that they didn't know? I want to know that. Did he know that girls my age no longer knows multiplication? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. And these girls got to be in their early to mid 20s. They got to be in their early 22, 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there.
He went down the line. He said 3 times 7. She said 21. Then he the next girl 7 times 3, and she couldn't answer it. That's the same goddamn thing.
And you out here trying to teach people about Bitcoin. You know what, Daryl Streeter? You know what? I'm tired of you, Street, trying to teach. So behind out of here. You talking about financial literacy? We need to teach basic math.
She couldn't answer it. After hearing the answer, they was frightened. You saw they looks on their faces. They were frightened.
But here go the sad part. When old girl said, you said 3 times 7, she said 21. He came in and said 7 times 3. She was like, Anyway. Right, I got to get out here, man. I got a Kane show to do. We're going to talk about it. Everybody talking about the chance to the playoffs and all that stuff. We're going to rock and roll. I know I got it set for 8:30. But, man, Hayes Street rocking. We had the police on the scene because, I think Street called somebody an idiot and their daddy got mad. So we had to make sure the police was on the block to make sure we ain't had no unalivements out here, if you understand what I'm saying, man. What's your I don't see how, dog? Talk to it.
I don't see how, man. It's brought to you by IOD Squad, man. 706-459-499. If you're trying to learn more about Bitcoin. 30 minutes wasn't enough, dog. Get in. I don't see how a grown man let another grown man just do this to him. This is the kid storming the field, and I was standing over here somewhere over there. This is the kid storming the field at Georgia Tech, and he just ran into one of Miami offensive linemen, and looked like he almost killed him. What is going on? But it looked like the offensive lineman hit a net, like he hit a net, like he didn't even feel him, and he almost died. You think the offensive lineman hit him on purpose?
I don't know, but here's what the funniest part is. Can you rewind it? Do me a favor, rewind it.
Let's slow this down a little bit. I think I found.
But I want you to rewind it because I want you to watch the amount of people that avoid him as he's laying there. Well, the dude in the blue kind of like step over him and go around. Watch this. Rewind it. Watch this. See my man in the blue. Watch this. Watch this. He stepped around him like, excuse me, dog.
I was standing over here. I was over here somewhere. They going to celebrate, dog. Hey, but look, slow motion. Look at the offensive lineman. You think he hit him on purpose?
I don't think he didn't avoid him on purpose. I'll put it this way.
That's why he flipped like that.
I'll say this. I don't think he hit him on purpose. I think he didn't avoid him, though. He could have avoided him. But he was like, look.
His ass on the field anyway.
Hey, I was on my way to the hoop, ref, and he jumped in my way. I was on my way I was going down the lane. Look. He didn't even look back to see nothing.
Now you laying on the ground like somebody knocked you out.
Bro, and watch my man in the blue right here. He gonna step right over him. Excuse me, man. I got to go on the field and celebrate.
They want to celebrate.
Yeah. But hold on, pause it right here. Pause it. You can't see that dude's head is in the way. See this girl right here with the long black hair? Right here. This girl with the long black hair.
Yeah.
Watch this. After he falls down, watch where she go. You know she clearly saw that. You know she clearly saw this. Now watch her. Watch this when the camera go around. Watch this. This is the best part. She already turned the other way. She like, no, I ain't see nothing. I ain't see nothing.
Bro,
Hey, man.
I'm trying to understand, like, what kind of hit that could have been for him still to be on the ground like that?
Bro, I don't know, man.
And he looked like he down there convulsing, like he done like.
I mean, he went back, and you got to remember too. That's turf, probably. That's not grass. That's turf. That junk hard. Ain't no padding right there.
This is hilarious, dog.
I don't know, man. Well, let's get out of this joint, man. 362 people in the building. Appreciate y'all so much. Lou for the don't know. Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. I think he saw him. He was like, man, I'm on my way to the locker room. Shout out to old Frankie in the building, man. Street, why you ain't run over there and get a man CPR, man? You know
Maddie was standing there. Me and Maddie was standing there after Cam fumbled the ball. I was like, you think they finna storm the field? And Maddie was like, nah, security's standing there. Man, security was helping them jokers come over the goddamn bleachers. They were helping them come over the goddamn bleachers.
Man, hold on. Watch Tommy Kinsler behind him. Right here, 62. He never looked back either. Watch this. You know he saw that.
Yeah, he saw it.
Watch this. He get the towel from the dude with the white hat on. Look, he giving him the towel.
75. Eli, yeah, I was there. I was in the middle of it.
Hey, bro. I can't help him, dog.
I thought I was going to have to say something to one of them dudes, man.
You better call Sal. That's all I can tell you. You better call Sal.
He did that on purpose, dog, but I understand.
Hey, it is
I
what
totally
it is.
understand. I totally understand. Yeah, everyone's supposed to be on the field.
Hey, bro. It is what it is, man. Street.
Talking all this shit. What did that do somewhere in the coma? And we talking all this shit.
Hey, bro.
What happened to him? He got hit by an offensive lineman. He played football?
He got hit by a pulling guard. Reggie talking about clean up on all three. Huh? Y'all shut up, man. Anyway, man, let's get out of here, man. Okay, my man Street was in the building. I appreciate
they keep asking was I there. Yeah, I was there. Watch that shit live. I was there. I wish I wasn't. Went through all that, caught a red eye, all that late. Man, don't get out of here, man. Bye. Trash.
They go to police. See him? We got the bicycle police. We couldn't afford like an escort police because the money a little low on the donos. But other than that, we good though. We good though. Anyway, we out of here, man. All that being said, peace.
Yo.
Come over. Cane's Juice. Cane Talk Live. We're going to talk about the Cane, what they got to do to fix defense, firing people, all that good stuff. And we're going to talk about this buster that got laid out over there. We out.